It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It is time for another Quest Reviews. And tonight we are doing one that I was actually kind of looking forward to. Now, I say that because it wasn't like I was like, oh my God, I need to see this movie. But I am a huge fan of the original two. Like Bad Boys 1 and 2, I enjoyed. That being said, tonight we are doing Bad Boys Ride or Die. I seen the trailers for it. My boys are getting a little old, right? Wasn't expecting see, here's the thing about action films. When you have people like Sylvester Stallone continually doing Expendables movies, and you have Keanu Reeves doing John Wick movies, back in the day, you'd be like, oh man, they're getting old. They can't keep doing these action movies. But these motherfuckers keep doing them, okay? They keep doing them, so you can't use that as an excuse. But my boys here, they're getting a little old, and it shows. It shows. It's showing really bad. I will say before this, and I will explain it later on, why I feel this way. But I was a little let down by this film. I was a big fan of the originals, but this film let me down in a lot of ways. And I feel like other people feel, I don't feel like some of the things that I'm going to be a little harsh on are unjustified. I feel like they're fair, and I feel like other people would understand what I mean if they don't already feel that way. For a Bad Boys movie, I'm expecting a lot. Maybe things are just not as impressive now because I will go into this more later into the show. But when I seen the first one, I was fairly still young. I have all the dates and I will go through all that in a little bit. But maybe I don't know, maybe things have changed. But I don't think that's the case, because there's other movies that have been going on for a long time that I can go, they're not great, but they're good. They're good. This, it fell flat. It fell flat, and that's a damn shame to say that. But before we get into all that, before we get into the film and all that other good stuff, the reasons why you're here, we need to get it out of the way. So let's do it. You see the URL on screen, HughLessVision.com. Go to it, love it, share it, pass it around to your friends. Do everything you can to get it out there, because the more you guys help to get it out there and the more progress we make with this, the more better content I can push out to you guys. Okay? Go to it. Everything is there. Everything from every other episode that I do, whether it be Quest Reviews, whether it be Grim Tales, whether it be gaming related, movie related, or general stuff that I do, whether it be arts and stuff, it's all there. It's all on the website. It'll all be there. As I do it, it will be added to it. So HughLessVision.com, check it out. You'll also be able to find our merch store, which there may or may not be new stuff there. So you got to check up this, keep up to date with it. You'll also be able to find the full schedule. Everything that I do is there. Time placement, stamps, everything is all there. Okay, I try to keep that up. It's not the greatest schedule in the world, but considering the platform that I'm using, it is not horrible. So, keep that in mind. It's all there. You'll also be able to find other episodes that I do. And if I haven't done it already, the site will be getting worked on and will be getting a rework. So it will be making it a little easier to navigate certain things. I see it, and there's certain things I don't like. So again, if you're seeing this and it's already been done, then whatever, enjoy. If you're seeing some of the old stuff, you're wondering if it's going to be done, it is. We're going to work on it. We're going to get it done. But regardless, it's all there. Grim Tales, Hugh's Vision, Grim Tales, The Quest, The Drop, Game Nights, Revision, everything is all there. Okay, go check it out. HughLessVision.com. All right, pass it around to your friends. The more you share it, the better. Make sure tonight on this video, you're watching it, like, follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell, stay up to date with everything that I do across the board. Also on the website, you'll be able to find every other platform that I'm on, and I do things uniquely to those platforms. For example, TikTok, I'm a little bit more intimate and personal with you guys, so I talk about other things. Now, yeah, I do talk about the things that I do as far as Grim Tales and Quest and stuff, but I also talk about some stuff I do in my day, some stuff I'm doing. Sometimes I share my dog, blah, 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 whatever. And I might do some live stuff that's unique to that platform. Again, every platform. I do something particularly for that platform. So keep that in mind. Find us on all those platforms, whether it be Rumble, YouTube, TikTok, doesn't matter. It's all there, HughLewisVision.com. With that said, it is time to discuss the film that we are talking about tonight and the reason why you are here. Bad Boys, Ride or Die. I am, again, let down by this film. When I first seen this movie, I have the year stamps here so I don't fuck this up. The original Bad Boys film came out in, in the actual order, 1995. So in 1995, I would have been, hold on, let me do this little math because I really didn't want to do this, but here we are, we're doing math on the quest. I was 12. I think I was around 12 or 11 when the first film came out, okay? So I was still fairly young. I wouldn't call myself innocent in any way. Anyone who knows my history knows I was not innocent at 12 years old. But I seen this movie when it was fairly fresh. My family was really into Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. And I, as a result, seen it and I actually enjoyed it. I thought Bad Boys was a really good movie. And then, again, Bad Boys 2, released in 2003. Again, a really good follow-up to the original movie. But now, we skip way forward, 2020. They decided to make the other one, which was called Bad Boys for Life or some shit, I think it was called. I can't remember. I seen it, wasn't blown away by it, right? Wasn't horrible, but wasn't blown away by it. And then we got today, this one that we're talking about now. It came out in 2024, Bad Boys Ride or Die. And it's down. Some people actually feel that this film was a step up from the originals. I don't know what the hell you're watching. This movie was not an evolved version. At times, Martin Lawrence, okay, don't get me wrong. Martin Lawrence and Will Smith have great chemistry. And they didn't lose that in this. It was still there. Okay? That is the one element of this film that stayed the same. That Will Smith and Martin Lawrence's chemistry was there. But that's it. Even the comedy, which was very key to these movies, was not as prominent as it should have been. Not as prominent. It felt like it was just kind of cashed in. It felt like they were doing it for the sake of making some money. They didn't have the passion for the film. And that's a damn shame. Because the first two movies, you felt the passion in it. You felt that they enjoyed doing what they were doing. Maybe Martin Lawrence does. I don't know. But Will Smith, I don't know. I don't feel like Will Smith's career has been going in a great direction. And I just don't feel like he's in it anymore. Like he's just kind of burnt out for whatever reason. I don't know what reason he's burnt out. But for whatever reason, he's burnt out. And that's a damn shame. Because again, I was looking forward to this film. I really was. Because I am still a little nostalgic from Bad Boys 1 and 2. And this was not Bad Boys 1 or 2. For an action film, I'm going to point this out, guys, okay? And this is going to affect the score. For an action film, the action was kind of bland. Like literally 3/4 of this movie was kind of boring. It was very bland ass fucking action. Like, towards the end of the film is when the action really started to pick up. There were some really cool action scenes, but they were all in the final half of the final quarter of the film. Out of 4 quarters of the film, the final quarter of this film was where all the action was. For an action movie, you would expect more. And considering that Bad Boys 1 had amazing action. And that was a 90s movie. And a lot can be said about 90s action movies, all right? 90s action movies, they were good, all right? They were really good. Not all of them, but a lot of them were really, really good, all right? Keep that in mind. I'm trying to be biased, all right? I'm trying to be biased, but it wasn't there. It wasn't there. The action felt bland, and by the time the action did pick up, it felt a little too late. Like I was already uninvested in it. The comedy was there. There were funny moments, and in a Bad Boys movie, you expect there to be funny moments. You expect the chemistry between Will Smith and Martin Lawrence to be really good, and it was right, and it was quite funny at times. Martin, shit. Martin was extremely funny. I always found Martin funny. Stand up Martin was funny. But again, Martin has a non-evolved way of doing things. And maybe that's part of the charm, but at the same time, it's kind of a bad thing. Is Martin is still Martin. He still has the same jokes. He still has the same mannerisms. He still has all that shit. It's still the same. Nothing's been evolved. And it's the same can be said about Will Smith. It still feels like Will Smith. The only thing Will Smith does more now is he curses more now. Like this is the guy who said he didn't have to curse to make a lot of money. But he's cursing a lot now. Like, yeah, he's cursing a lot now. So I don't know what that's about. I mean, maybe after he did that slap. No, nah. I won't even say that, right? Because the slap happened after this film, I think. I'm pretty sure. So it's tough. I don't know. It wasn't there. I feel like they're not evolving. Again, Martin's not exactly in a lot of movies anymore, right? Like Will Smith kind of pulled him out of it, like, hey man, do this movie with me. He's not really doing much, so whatever. And so seeing Martin was a good thing. He was like, even though he hasn't really evolved much, you don't expect him to because he's not really doing much. Will Smith, on the other hand, you see him all over the fucking place. So you expect him to have something going on, but he doesn't really have anything going on. He doesn't. And I hate to say that because I used to be a really big Will Smith fan. But over the years, I don't know. He just got kind of goofy. I don't know what it is. He just doesn't have it anymore. This film hasn't evolved from its roots either. Again, the Bad Boys 1 and 2, great movies. Great movies. Great action comedy movies. Great buddy cop movies, as you would say. The last two, not so much. They just seem like they're trying to capture lightning in the bottle again and try to make money on a franchise that, did at one point in time it was a big deal. But I don't feel like this nailed it. I don't feel like it had it. I don't feel like it drove it home. I feel like they're trying to keep a franchise alive so they can cash in on it as much as possible, which, hey, on a business standpoint, side of things, I understand. But as a consumer, as a viewer of this film and a person who is actually a fan of the franchise, it's not there. It's not. I don't feel it. I don't get it. It's not what I like to see. And that's a damn shame because, again, I liked the originals. I loved Bad Boys 1 and I loved Bad Boys 2. They were both really good movies. Funny, action. Again, and I don't want to, some people are like, oh, they're getting old. It can't last forever. But again, I said it earlier, when you have people like Sylvester Stallone, who is continuously making Expendables movies at his fucking age, what is he, like 80 or some shit? And you have Keanu Reeves doing all the John Wick movies and he's doing all his own stunts and shit. No, that's not an excuse. Yeah, again, you're not going to see Harrison Ford doing massive action movies, right? Even though he was not so long ago the Incredible Hulk, which I haven't done anything on that one yet. We will most likely do, if it hasn't already been done, we will most likely do the Captain America movie. I just haven't gotten to it yet, as of the time of this recording. But again, my point is, in order for him to be in an action movie, they had to CGI his ass in it, right? I mean, it is the Hulk, or Red Hulk. That being said, though, I think that Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, at least Will Smith, maybe Martin's getting a little old, maybe it's not really his thing anymore, but Will Smith is still an active actor in the action scene. So where is he? Like, I don't know. I feel like this movie was lacking in the action. It could have been way better in the action, especially for a Bad Boys movie. I expect to see a lot of gunfights and explosions. And again, I don't feel like I got that till the final quarter of the film. And that's just a damn shame. With that said, though, let's go over some general information for you guys, because that is the time of the show where we go over some basic information for you guys. The year this movie came out, last year, June 7th, 2024. That is when this film came out. Style of the film, action comedy, buddy cop comedy, if you would be more precise. Rating, R. Yeah, it's rated R. I mean, I feel like there was a lot more reason for the R in the first and second one. There was titty in it. And if I remember correctly, there was titty in the first one. I could be wrong. I don't remember there being any titty in this one. I don't even remember there being titty in the last one. But I do believe there was titty in the originals. Again, but there was violence, there's blood and all that stuff. So yeah, the R is warranted, I guess. Amazon information, or renting, buying information in general, because I believe it's the same no matter where you go. Renting, $3.99. It's not bad, all right? I mean, if you want to rent it, if you don't have a streaming platform that this is on and you want to rent it, it's $3.99 is not bad, right? I wouldn't be mad I wouldn't have been mad at renting this at $3.99. Luckily, I didn't have to, and I'll get to that in a second, but $3.99 is not bad. Again, I've told you guys a billion times how I feel about digital purchasing, so I won't go into that. Do as you will with the digital purchasing. If you're a digital purchaser person, fine. I will rate this off of physical, in a sense. $14.99, I would be pissed off if I bought this at $14.99 physical. I would. I don't feel like it deserves it. I don't. I think it should be under 10. But whatever. I get it. $14.99, do as you will with that. If you really want to buy digital, fine. But I wouldn't. But it is, as of the time of this recording, it is streamable. It is streamable on Netflix and Prime Video. So you got two platforms to choose from. You probably have one of them, if not both of them. So not bad. You know, you don't have to waste the money. If you don't have those, again, I went over it, renting $3.99 is not bad. But Netflix and Prime Video, chances are you probably have one of those. Those are pretty popular platforms to have. So yeah, go for that. Budget. The budget for this film was $100 million. Sure, it was there. I mean, you had to pay people, whatever. I'm not going to argue that. But I just feel like I didn't get what I should have gotten. I feel like I should have gotten more from a Bad Boys movie that had a $100 million budget. Now, that being said, was it a box office success? Yeah, by all accounts it was. It box officed at $404.5 million worldwide. So all in all, those are pretty good numbers. Was it a success financially? From what I can tell, yeah. So will they probably make another one? Probably. It's probably going to be a thing, right? That's probably going to happen. Okay, I'm not mad about it. I just hope that if they do it, please make it better. Put some effort into it, for fuck's sake. God, it's a Bad Boys movie. Make it feel like a Bad Boys movie. Runtime of the film, 1 hour and 55 minutes. I would say that the action really picks up about 1 hour and 30 minutes into the movie. So you got about 25 minutes of action, of good action, because the rest of the action wasn't really 100%. It really wasn't. I'm sorry. It just wasn't. So yeah, and I lost a little bit of interest. There were times where I just really wasn't feeling it. With that said, though, it is time for us to get into the scoring. As you know, that is what we do here. We give a good score, and I will run it by for those who are not 100% familiar. I'm not going to take up too much time on it because, you know, by now, with how many episodes that we are in, you probably already know. And if you don't know, you can watch some of the other ones and you can learn. But I will give you a quick recap. We have 5 categories this week. Each 5 category gets a 1 through 5 scoring, 1.5, 2.5 if necessary. If it's below a 1, we give it a pile. If it's above a 5, we give it a seal. Those categories this week are story, acting, pacing, action, and production. After we score all 5 of those, we go to our overall score. That score is from 1 to 10. 1.5, 2.5 if needed. Seal and pile are in effect. With that said, let's get into the score because we're almost done now. We're at that time of the show. So let's get into the scoring. First up on the chopping block is story. What did we give the score for story? We gave it a 2. Best I could do. Story was very generic. It didn't feel like they even cared. It really didn't. It felt like they just wrote it, hey, whatever, just shoot some shit and blow up some shit. No one will care. That's what it felt like. It was a very bland, generic story, very below average. I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it, and that makes me sad because I really wanted to. Again, I thought Bad Boys 1 and 2 were really good movies. Action movies, comedy action, buddy cop movies, whatever you want to call it. They were good at what they were doing. This, it didn't have the same soul. It didn't have the same love. It was a cash-in at best. That's what it felt like. It was a cash-in. With that said, let's move over to the acting. What did I give for acting? I gave the acting a 3.5. 3.5 with a cast like we had, I feel is low. It wasn't horrible, but I feel with the cast that we have, should have been better. And considering that the first and second one had way better, I would say had way better acting and story. Yeah. And you would think experience would make a difference, but it doesn't. If anything, it kind of went backwards. 3.5 is the best that I can do for the acting. And that's AAA actors there. So, not really good. Not really good. Let's move on to the pacing. Very bland, 2.5. It's the best I can do. They were kind of just throwing shit out there. Like, I can't say character development because by now you should probably already know the characters. If you don't know the characters and you're watching this one as your starting point, I'm sorry. Please go watch the old ones. Because if you don't know the characters, I don't feel like they did a good job making you give a shit about the characters. I don't. And there's a lot of characters that are returning, and if you don't know who they are, you're just not going to care. Like, I just don't feel like you do. You're not. And that's just a damn shame. That should not be the case. It shouldn't. So yeah, pacing I gave a 2.5. Very bare bones. They didn't even really try on that one. Let's move on to the action. What did I give the action score for this film? I gave it a 3. Best I can do, 3. It wasn't horrible. The only reason it's not getting less than a 3 is because there was action. But the action took so long to really pick up and get good that I can't give it a good score. It wasn't a good action film. A good action film should have good on and off sequences through the whole thing. This, compared to its predecessors, not even want to say predecessors, compared to the original one and the sequel to the original, this was horrible when it came to the action. There were so much action in the first and second one. So much shit blowing up, so much car crashes, so much gunfights, all kinds of crazy shit. This, it wasn't there. I didn't feel it. And if you did, so be it. But I didn't. I didn't feel it at all. And that makes me sad. It really does. Let's get into the final of the 5. What did I give the production? I gave the production a 3.5. Again, for a movie with the budget that it had, the backing that it had, the characters that it had, it should have been. This should have had so many explosions and all kinds of shit. And again, it didn't have it until the final quarter of the movie. So was this movie horrible to look at? No, hence the reason why it's getting a 3.5. But it could have been more if it was good action and had action sequences throughout the film. Its lack of that really hurt. Music was okay. Felt like the old ones were better. Camera work was good, fairly the same as the old ones. Everything just was bland though. So production, 3.5. That's the best I can do. The best I can do. So with that said, let's get into the overall score of Bad Boys Ride or Die. What did I give the overall score for it, you say? I gave it a 5.5. Damn, 5.5 out of 10. Just above average. That's the best I could do. That's the best I could do. Very let down by this film. I don't even know if I want to see anymore at this point. They probably, considering that the film made what it did, it's probably going to be another one. They're probably going to do another one. I don't know what the fuck they're going to call that one. But they'll probably do it. Whenever Will Smith needs some more money, they'll cash it in. That being said, though, I don't even think I want to see it. Like, the last one, which was called Bad Boys for Life, I believe it was called. I didn't feel it. I didn't like it. It wasn't my thing. Bad Boys Ride or Die, nah, not really my thing either. So if they do a fifth one, I don't have high hopes for it. First and second one were really good. First and second one were amazing films. Love them. They were good action, comedy, buddy cop films. These ones felt more like a cash-in. That's it. Felt like a cash-in. That's the best thing I can say for it. 5.5, that's really all I got for you right there. Sorry, if you were hoping for more, that's the best I can do. But with that, if you don't agree with my scores, you know what you can do? Get down in the comments down below and let me know you disagree with what I had to say. If you agree with me, get down in those comments and let me know you agree with me. Either way, get down in comments, voice your opinion, get your voice heard, and I will get back to them as much as I possibly can. Get in the Discord. Chat with me about it. Maybe I will have a podcast moment and you could find yourself on one of them. But that won't happen unless you go in the Discord or any of the other contact forms or the comments down below and voice it and get heard and get my attention. Plus, when you voice your comments down in there, it also helps with the algorithm, helps us get this video out to more people, and it helps us beat the overlords of YouTube and their algorithms or whatever, even the other sites. Okay, depending on what you're watching, algorithms are not always on your side. So, all that and more, HuelessVision.com. You see it right there. Go to it. Love it, share it, pass it around. It's all there. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Stay up to date with everything that I do across the board, whether it is on YouTube, Rumble, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Doesn't matter. Twitch. It's all there. Okay? Everything is on the website, HuelessVision.com. Make sure to stay up to date with it. All those platforms are there. Make sure to check out the merch store. Make sure to check out the full schedule. Everything you need is there. Pass it around. We will be making some updates soon if we haven't already. So keep up to date. Make sure to get in there with the email form. If you get on the email form, you'll be notified when new things happen, when new things are being done, and if new things are being considered. So again, get down in those comments down below. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell, stay up to date with everything I do, and get over to the website to see everything else. But with that said, it is time for me to get the hell out of here, guys. I hope you had a great night. I hope you enjoyed the show as you usually do. You guys give love, and I love doing it because of that. So hopefully you guys continue to love what I do. But with that said, until the next one, I will see you when I see you. Until then, peace out, peeps.